YouTube, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a little project share of mine. The whole project is not done, but I decided to rather make shorter videos and show you each thing more detailed. So, I can just, once the whole thing is done, I can show it to you and I don't have to spend 3 hours explaining. However, that's my loaded bag, I would say. It's kind of, yeah. You will see what I mean when I say it's kind of weird because it's different. I did want to make a loaded bag. As always, I did put 2 pieces of paper together here. I made a hinge and no, I think it's called something else. I just put a piece of paper that I folded in between of those 2 papers so I have some space to put stuff in. And originally, I didn't plan on putting a lot of stuff in, but then my mojo came. Yes, it did. And I did make bigger things. And I needed a spot where I can actually stick them in. So I was thinking, what do I do? And I decided to take a piece of packaging, a bigger piece, and just glue a glittery paper on top. So this is just normal packaging from some, I don't know, Chinese soup or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. However, I just glued a piece of glittery paper on top. And then I made a wider, I forget what you call this, but you know what I mean, right? I just took a piece of paper and as you can see, I made a mistake. So I decided to do the same thing on both sides. So the mistake doesn't look like a mistake, but more as if it was planned this way. And I needed more space inside. I also put one on the bottom. You see that? So there's one on the bottom because I made this bigger tag and I showed it to you in another video. I will put a card up there and I noticed right now that the washi didn't hold. So I have to use some tape first and then put washi on top because this was supposed to stay closed. And as you can see, there's my washi, but it just came out of it. So let me fix this. Okay, so this is how it was supposed to be. So once I made this tag, I was thinking, oh my God, no way I can put it into my loaded bag. But I wanted to do that. So I needed to make more space for my tag to go in. And you don't need any measurements or anything when you do that. The only thing you need is to know how big your tag or whatever you are putting in there is. So, you can adjust this part. Is this a hinge? I feel like a hinge is what's on the door that opens and closes. I forget. Please leave me a comment down below and write what it is. So this one fits perfectly in here now. It would not fit into this little bag. So I basically have a 2-bag now, as you can see. So that was the thing I did. And I wanted to show you the front of how I decorated it because I love it. I think it looks really, really cute. I used deer dies and I used these. Those are older dies. I don't know if I can find them in my cards still or in my orders. If I can, I will link it down below, but this is really from last year or something. And then I used this one and I love this one. This is one of my very favorites. I made cards and shakers and everything with this die. It's really, really pretty. And I just cut out the deers and I also cut out the little deer, but it's somewhere else. I used 2 of them here. And I also used the die I recently hold, but I forget to take it out. I don't know where it is right now, but I will put a link down below to this die as well. It's a whole line of trees. And I cut it out twice. As you can see, I used some in the background and then the deers, and then I used some in the front, and I think it looks so good. And I glittered everything up. I glittered the paper up that I used. Can you see that? I put glitter dots on here. Those were just white dots. I wanted to glitter it. I glittered this part. I glittered the antlers. Yes, somebody told me how they are called in English. I always forget. And I glittered the trees. So I used a lot of the Studio Glitter Glue Studio G that I got, I believe, at Michael's $1 bill bin. It's really pretty cool. So I used up almost all of it for my project and it does look good. So I don't know if the cam picks it up, but it does look really glittery and cool. So I like it. If I go to Michael's again, I believe it was from Michael's, then I'm gonna grab a couple again, because I used up quite a bit. And yeah, what else did I do? I put this trim on the bottom, and because I do have some brown in my whole project, I used wooden snowflakes on the bottom as well, and I glittered those up too. So everything is just glittered up. I used a little snowflake button. I glittered up with something different though. I used this glitter. So then I did get from In Love Art Shop this one a while ago. If I find it, I'll link it down below as well. And maybe my coupon code still works, so try it out. I will just put it down below. I don't know how long they are supposed to work. And I made the little pocket here, as you can see, and I loved the idea. I wanted it to be somewhere here in the front, and I just put a little tag in there, which cuts out from this die as well, and it says, "Baby, it's cold outside." So I glittered this up again. I glittered everything up. And I wanted this to be sticking out a little bit so you can actually read what it says, right? And I used some stickers to spell out snow, which I glittered up again. I put bling right here, and I tried to use my corner punch. I only have one decorative corner punch, and it's from Daiso, and it's really, really cheap. So it did not punch. But you could see like the lines there, so I needed to cover up the edges. So I put some bling on top there as well, and I think it looks adorable. I don't know. There is a little snowman. I felt like he was perfect for here. A friend of mine, she sent me some die cuts with snowman, and of course I took it and I just made one on my own. I did put some glitter because there was no scarf that would go with my project. She did cut out a lot of colors, but there was no scarf that would go with my project. So I used some of my stickles and I glittered him up. But he looks adorable. Thank you for that. I mean, she sent it to me last year, and only this year I came around to try it out. And I like it. It's a little bit thin, so I'm kind of being very gentle with him. I don't want him to bend or something or to rip, but I think he was just meant to go there. First, I wanted to put tags in there. I don't know if I'm going to put anything else in there or just keep it this way and have this as a decorative part and then just fill up whatever will go in there. Now I have a lot of space there actually to fill it up because I made it wider and longer, and now nothing has to be like, I don't know, you know, like sometimes you have to just push it in and hope that it stays. Now, you can make something here as well. So I made a wand, and I have a video out already, and you can stick the wand inside of your project, of course. But also I'm thinking that this is wide enough that I could be sticking the wand in here and just gluing some kind of, I don't know, a piece of paper just to hold it, you know? I don't know if that would be good or not. We will see at the end of my project. But I felt like this is so good. So I have finished this now. I still have a couple things that I do want to finish. But I also have a lot of room here now. So I could do whatever I want to do. And if I wanted to, I could also put a pocket in the back, of course. And I think that would be like a super duper loaded bag. So there is no, what am I gonna say with that, or what do I want to say with that? There is no right way to make your loaded bag. You can make it however you want to make it. You don't need dimensions, and you don't need to know how long, you know, do others make it. You can just take a piece of paper and then you can make everything yourself without even measuring or looking or thinking. All you have to know is how big is your paper you're gonna start with, and then everything goes from there. So I just put a piece of paper on the side and I don't even measure. I just cut as long as the side is. I fold it with my hands and I just stick it onto the paper. And I think it's still cool and it's still good. So, you know, if you don't have measurements, or if you think you cannot make something, it's not true. You can make anything and everything you want. You just need to want it. That's the only thing. So I will finish this I will show you my finished project once it is done completely. Hopefully it's gonna be soon and not next winter. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you, and I hope you liked it. I hope you like the idea of how to make it. And if you do, of course, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. What are you working on? I would love to know your project for now. And yeah, if you want to, if you have time, you can just leave a smiley. And I enjoy that very much, and I appreciate it very much. And you just enjoy your day, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.